Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we are going to be tackling a very interesting question that someone brought to me recently, and that is, what is the purpose of the secret empty room on the map Sword Base? And we are talking about the multiplayer map Sword Base, not the campaign mission only Sword Base. Although both of them pretty much share like a lot of similarities and are almost the same as each other, except for a few differences here and there. But the room we're talking about is behind this door here. It's on this part of the map, near the green airlift. But anyways, so to look inside the room, you could use the good old machine gun turret method, and then get on and then look up, and then you'll be able to partially see inside the room. There's definitely something inside, but it is very dark inside. And unfortunately, there's also a death barrier all over the room, so if you switch to Forge to get off and fly around, you'll die instantly. But we can take a look around in theater mode, or if you have Trusty Snooze's modded game type, the Mythic Slayer game type, you could easily just make yourself invincible and walk around inside, but I'm going to be showing you guys the method without the modded game type. So all you gotta do is just push a receiver or two-way teleporter inside like we just did there, and it's put a sender on the outside, or a two-way teleporter on the outside. And then I would also recommend you put a light inside, probably a white light, and just push it in as far as you can, and just let go of it and save your map. And then all you need to do now is just go inside the teleporter. Both players need to go through, and both need to die inside the room. And then while in theater mode, when that happens, you can just go to free camera while both players are dead inside. And thanks to the light that we pushed in, we can get a pretty good look around the room. Now, as you can see, I didn't push the light in far enough, but it should be enough that you could make out like most of the room. But there's definitely it's definitely a pretty big room. It's pretty empty, and it's actually quite detailed inside for an unused empty room on a multiplayer map. So, what is the purpose of this room? Why is it here? Now, I know a lot of you will be thinking, for those of you that might know about this room or might recognize it, it is very similar, and it pretty much is the cutscene room from the campaign mission only Sword Base, which further provides evidence that they pretty much reused parts of campaign for multiplayer maps instead of making the maps from scratch. But this is the cutscene room where you first meet Dr. Halsey in her lab, but that is not like, yeah, it's the room and it's like different minus a lot of details and stuff, but that is not like the entire mystery behind the room. What's actually like interesting about it is not like how it is now, but how it once was on the Halo Reach beta. So here we are on the Halo Reach beta with Forge mode enabled thanks to a mod from Lord Zed. You can tell it's a beta because it still uses the Halo 3 spawn points. On Halo Reach, the spawn points had the Spartan standing on it, but now these are the Halo 3 spawn points. But anyways, at the same room here, we actually get through the door a lot easier using this method that I believe it was No Eyes 10 that found this method to get through the door. You just gotta hold an object and then push yourself through the door in Forge, and that's it. But inside this room, it's a little bit different. Actually, it's quite different compared to the final version of Halo Reach. Keep in mind, this is the Halo Reach beta, the multiplayer beta. But inside this room, right in the middle here, I guess you could say this is also an Easter egg. But this Easter egg here, there is a little cutout here of Dr. Halsey concept art. I guess it's like an early version of her, maybe. But you know, you see her in her jacket. She's got like a little helmet there. I guess. Yeah, I guess this is like how she was originally planned to be in Halo Reach, and they hid this little. This whole room must be like some kind of concept room or like a placeholder room for the campaign mission, because as you know, they pretty much reused a lot of the assets, either from the campaign or from the multiplayer for the campaign. But clearly this was meant to simulate that cutscene where Noble Team first encounters Dr. Halsey. So in a way, I guess you could say like this is kind of a spoiler, because the Halo Reach beta, it came out before the campaign was really revealed. At least most of it was. So this scene here was definitely like nobody would have known about it or understood it, but in a way it kind of was spoiling part of the mission only sword base from the campaign. But as you can see, all the stuff from the cutscene is here. It is still a little bit different from the final game though, because like it's less detailed, it's a lot shinier. The little switch on the wall is now a red light that's floating. And there's some interesting reflections as well. Can't really quite tell what's reflecting. I think it's the whole map, but it still looks kind of different. And then obviously you have all the stuff in the middle here and the Dr. Halsey Easter egg. But yeah, so essentially that is basically the mystery behind the room, in that it's empty now, but during the Halo Reach beta it hid this little interesting Easter egg concept, or Easter egg here, and I guess in the final game they took that out and just let the room empty. But the room, it's like a double mystery. It's on one hand, yes, it is based on the campaign room, but the room in campaign is like heavily modified. It's a lot more detail, it's got a lot more things, but you can definitely see how the beta version was definitely simulating or like proof of concepting this cutscene here from the campaign. But yeah, so the reason why that room is empty, it's most likely because, I don't know, they didn't need the placeholder anymore, the concept art anymore, so they just cleared it out from the beta. But at one point that room was hiding that little Dr. Halsey Easter egg there, so that is basically the purpose of the room. But yeah, so hopefully you guys have found this to be interesting, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. Just anything else for me to check out or look into, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to look into it when I can. But other than that, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody.